There's this weird sensation going on in the air. Can you feel it? I mean, seriously, can you feel it? If you look at the Democratic Party right now, they're in absolute shambles. Who's their leaders? One particular guy is standing out and is trying to make a name for himself again, as if we don't already know who he is or doesn't have a history of screwing things up. Gavin Newsom is the man that Democrats are starting to court as some kind of answer to Donald Trump, even though Donald Trump's not going to run again. The answer to J.D. Vance or something. Gavin Newsom is everywhere right now. And every single leftist politician, every single leftist podcaster is pushing him down our throats. Even he looks surprised in this picture. Does that fill you with confidence? Gavin Newsom is everywhere. He's doing podcasts all the time, but let's never forget the Gavin Newsom that I remembered. The Gavin Newsom that filled up skate parks, that closed down oceans, that was recalled and almost lost election. Even Californians, who are all a bunch of libtards, decided together they didn't want Gavin Newsom. So this is your answer for the man to run for president? This is your answer? And he's doing this weird thing right now where he is showing his tough guy energy. He is showing how tough he's a mean, tough son of a and he's ready to fight anyone. In fact, he's even going on many podcast platforms, even himself, and threatening to punch people in the face or something. This guy, the hand gesture guy, is going around and wanting to hit people in the face.
I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Oh my gosh. One more time, but I want to see a little close-up of it. This is so aggressive and so awesome.
But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
Oh, amen to that.
Gavin Newsom has been given a new persona. He's been given a new talking point. He's been giving a new message. Rein back in the male vote. And his way of doing that is, I don't know if you've been noticing like I've been noticing, but every single Democratic politician has been posting these videos of themselves using a large amount of curse words. It's absolutely insane. These people are nuts. They think that in order to connect with men, all you have to do is cuss a little bit. That's all we care about. Oh, I'll get a beer with him. He says the F word. That's cool. That's cool. This guy's not afraid to curse. Seems like a good guy. This guy, the guy that's been in private school his whole life, this guy with a history that is just not too fun to comb through if I don't say so myself. And I'm just jealous of his hair. Let's just be honest. I'm jealous of that beautiful hair. It's gorgeous. I mean, he looks like, and this has been a joke said 100 billion times, but he literally looks like every single villain of every single Batman movie I've ever seen in my life. What's up, Swill and Finance? What's going on? This guy is the guy that you guys want to be the president. This is the tough guy. He just recently had a podcast with everyone. And I mean, the way he's threatening people, it literally looks like this. It's a real video. Democrats' bad boy is at it again. Even his own wife is posting these weird videos out in front of fields to garner the support of illegals to vote.
We are a country of immigrants. That is just a fact. It is who we are.
Yes.
And yet here we are watching families be targeted,
This music.
hunted, farm workers being chased across fields.
Yes.
These are some of the hardest working people on earth.
Yes.
And they literally feed the nation.
They literally feed the nation.
Shame on this federal administration for doing this. Shame on them for choosing cruelty, for terrifying families, ruining children's lives just to make a political point.
Yes.
Whose interpretation of Christian values is this?
I don't know.
What happened to being the party of family values?
Yes.
This shouldn't be about politics.
No.
This should be about people, their well-being, our shared humanity.
What are we, a nation? They literally feed us. They put mouths in our food for us. What? They put food in our mouths for us. They're just good people. None of them have committed crimes. They are all good people. You know when you can spot a rich person? Is literally when these people will only talk about illegal immigrants being good people, because the only illegal immigrants a lot of these rich people have in contact with are people that clean their homes and take care of their children for them. Yeah, those people are good people, I'm sure. Those are heavily vetted people, I'm sure. So your whole worldview is around people that take care of you. For those of us that can't afford to have, somebody be our nanny for our children while we go to work, the illegal immigrants that we get in contact with, the ones with temporary tags driving around, hitting people and then running away and committing crimes and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a few good ones here and there, but there's a lot of also bad ones. Let's be intellectually honest if we do say so ourselves. They're not all good ones. But if you're in your heavily gated community, I'm sure the illegals that you're in contact with are just really down to earth, really good people. What's up? What's up, Jess? Just really good people. Just normal human beings. And right now, Gavin Newsom's press office is putting out these unhinged tweets. They remind me of when Kanye West was really going through some of his deepest and darkest manic episodes. What's up, Critical Thinking? They remind me of Kanye West when he was going through some of his deepest manic episodes with tweeting in all caps. I mean, this is a real tweet. This isn't me doctoring it up just for a giggle. This is absolutely nuts. Wow, my maps, the best maps ever made, will soon pass the greatest legislature anywhere in the world, not just America. America can thank me, Gavin Newsom, and two very special people. Who's writing this? Magic Mike and Rainer Robert, who led the legislature, total legends. Does Gavin Newsom talk like this? Total legends. Where is this at? Come on. Purple map. Total. Okay, I can't find it. It's too many. It's too many all caps letters. These are perfect and beautiful maps. Better than Columbus. Better than Google Maps. It's like they're trying to show Gavin Newsom as the tough guy. Remember, this is the video that we got earlier today from his recent podcast with all the leftard celebrity influencers.
This is radical rigging of a midterm election. Radical rigging of an election. Destroying, vandalizing this democracy, the rule of law. So I'm sorry.
Look, Democrats, at least if you're trying to make Gavin Newsom out to be like this hardcore man-sphere, at least have him doing a little man-spreading. Those legs are too close together. Those legs are way too close together. This is his hardcore.
Destroying, vandalizing this democracy, the rule of law. So I'm sorry. I know some people's sensibilities. I respect and appreciate that. But right now, with all due respect, we're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting with I'm going to punch these sons of bitch in the mouth.
Oh, amen to that.
Amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. He was just recently on this podcast with all these idiots. She was just recently fired from the Democrats for her whole job was to get back the male vote. And they hired a woman to get back the male vote. It's just like, you guys just don't get it. You just don't get it. And she is way too old, pretending she's still 13 years old. And my favorite is Harry Sisson, this guy right here who had a little scandal with girls in Snapchat. And I have no idea who this guy is. But he's the new Democratic nominee. They're all putting their support behind him. He's a great guy. And I just can't, you're really going to do Gavin Newsom? Because I remember, I don't know if you guys remember this. This dude is losing his mind. Yeah, I know. Gavin Newsom, not too long ago, did a debate with Ron DeSantis. And I don't know if you guys remember this debate. It was one of my favorite debates because I was completely surprised. I thought I was putting all my marbles and chips on Gavin Newsom during this debate because he's a liar. He's just a pathological liar. He seemed like he'd be good at debates, but he is not a master of that. Gavin Newsom got absolutely owned by Ron DeSantis the entire debate. It was Ron DeSantis and Sean Hannity was doing the moderating. And Sean Hannity didn't even have to help Ron DeSantis during that debate. I have never seen somebody debate that bad in my life. It was an owning. But this was one of my favorite moments from that debate. And again, this is your guy. You can't even win a debate with Ron DeSantis, who absolutely got owned by other Republicans during the debate. We're not going to go anywhere about his policies or whatever like that, but here is Ron DeSantis.
I was talking to a fella who had made the move from California to Florida, and he was telling me that Florida is much better governed, safer, better budget, lower taxes, all this stuff. And he's really happy with the quality of life. And then he paused and he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm Gavin Newsom's father-in-law."
That was the best. That moment. God, that meme gets me every time. That meme gets me every time. I feel like I could watch that again.
Really happy with the quality of life. And then he paused and he said, "Oh, by the way, I'm Gavin Newsom's father-in-law."
This is your guy? This is your guy? The guy that famously, I don't know if anybody will ever remember, the internet is alive and well, Gavin Newsom. If you run for president, bro, all we have to do is point to you at the French Laundry during COVID, at the peak of COVID. When everybody was locked down and mom and pop restaurants were shutting down and mom and pop businesses were shutting down and only the big corporations had to stay open because, they just have to. It's not that, they have some kind of leeway in the government or whatever. They're, special interest groups. I digress. When mom and pop were shutting down, you were going out to some of the most expensive restaurants and having your little group meetings unmasked, while the rest of the people were stuck in their homes. This is your guy. This is your guy? No way. No way. The Democrats wouldn't be so stupid to gift us with somebody so dumb to run up against whoever the Republicans push. Probably J.D. Vance. That would be the dumbest move you could possibly make in your entire life. This guy is an idiot. This guy is he is part of the elitist group that you guys are trying to get away from, I thought. I'm happy to see that you guys are embracing Gavin Newsom as your new guy. I mean, everywhere you go everywhere these days, and there is somebody that is just talking about how great he is, including my favorite, Charlemagne the God. Man, you ain't no God. As a former South Carolina native to another, bro, Gavin Newsom ain't it, but I'm excited that you're pushing for him. Even he is pushing him on the Breakfast Club.
Let me tell you something.
Tell us something, dog. Tell us something. Speak to us.
Tell you something.
Okay.
Gavin Newsom, for the past week and some change, has been doing what I've wanted a Democrat to do for a long time.
Which is what? Acting like an idiot? Acting like a dummy?
For the past week and some change, has been doing what I've wanted a Democrat to do for a long time. Okay, see, Michelle Obama once said, when they go low, we go high. And your Uncle Charlotte has never agreed with that. Okay, when they go low, either you ignore them and mind your business, stay doing the work, or when they go low, you go to hell. Okay, and Gavin Newsom over the last week and a half has been going to hell with the Trump administration. Not even really going to hell, just matching energy. And I like it. Let me tell you.
Yeah, man. The Trump administration. This dude can't talk. My take is Vivek Ramaswamy will run as a Democrat. No way. I think Ohioans will vote for him. That's just my guess. I could see him. I could see him switching. Why? Because he's getting a lot of crap from the right. So right now, Gavin Newsom is it, and they're excited about it. And I'm excited that you guys are putting your full support behind him, because that is a dumb move. That is a stupid, stupid move. But we congratulate you in your endeavors at pushing Gavin Newsom down everybody's throat. Let's have some fun on this show, huh? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go, lady. Let the world.
Trust the government.
She sent in a little video for us. Oh. Here she is.
Hey, in spite of everything you've heard, and let me just make sure you all know that it's actually me. Say, it's me.
Anti-woke.
Anti-woke?
Suck on this, Biden. Would we the all
Hope stepping on them. How's everyone feeling on this lovely day? Hope you're feeling good. It's Tuesday. How are you guys feeling? How's Jess? Jess, how are you feeling? Raul, how are you feeling? Swell, how are we feeling? Find out how we doing. Critical, how we doing? How are we all feeling on this lovely, lovely day? Tim, never wore a mask. I was an essential worker. Me too. Me too, man. Me too. I was doing DoorDash during that time. And I was working at addiction clinic, so we were definitely essential workers because people were drinking a lot during that time. I think Nancy Pelosi should be president. Me too. Let's just, roll out the zombies. Let the zombies take over. I need boomers in politics forever. I want 90-year-olds. I want 100-year-olds. Let's get them all going. They definitely make things better for themselves. It's the five. Yeah, you call me the Fox 5. I am the Fox 5. I'm the Fox 5. A new story just came out. A mother out of Florida reveals that her son was nominated by her teacher as the most likely to become a dictator because he was conservative and he liked World War II history. Now, I will give the teacher some credit on that. That is a little too young to be liking history that much. That's supposed to be something in your 40s. The teacher also labeled him as a Nazi phile. What? Dude, I thought Florida was supposed to be a safe space. Apparently not. So take it away. Florida's voice, Florida mom's voice, take it away. This is absolutely insane.
My son, 6 years old, was prohibited from sitting next to his friend on the school bus because a parent objected to my perspectives on book challenges. My older son's history teacher allowed students to label him a Nazi phile simply for his interest in history and participation in ROTC. She later nominated my son as the most likely to become a dictator and had his classmates vote on it and try to force him to the front of the class to receive the certificate, which he rightly refused, all because of his conservative values and our perspectives.
Thank you. James.
That is nuts. This should be a story everywhere. A teacher was labeling a child a Nazi phile and then made him take the award for most likely to become a dictator. Gah. These teachers aren't going away, man. Another reason homeschooling is in my future. There used to be a time when the kids that were homeschooled were the weird kids. Now it's completely switched. It's like the public school kids are the weird kids now. They're the weird kids. They're the most groupthink kids. But I know a lot of kids' minds were broken during COVID where they no longer trust authorities, which I think is actually a good thing. I think liberals will be very not happy about that in the coming years to come. Jess says, I'm good, had a day of vacation. Nice. It's the fourth Monday of the week and only 3 more to go. God. Last day of vacation. Oh, man. The last day of vacation is always kind of depressing, isn't it? Every time I go on vacation, it's like the last day. There's like that dread that kind of hits you out of nowhere. That dread that kind of knocks you where you're just like, what am I doing? Why do I work this job still? Why do I live this way? What am I doing with my life? Big stories. DC has new reports that just came down as well. Carjackings have officially gone down 83%. Robberies have gone down 46%. And car thefts have gone down 21%. And overall violent crime has gone down 22% due to Donald Trump taking over DC.
When the National Guard hit the ground in Washington last week, that city's crime fight went into overdrive. And now we're seeing the impact and the dramatic reductions in crime. When the National Guard rolled into Washington last week, the locals seemed skeptical.
The crime is minimal here. There's not really a lot of crime here. It looks like window dressing to me.
But with the Guard on the ground, crime is on the decline. For the first time in a long time, D.C. has gone 7 days without a homicide. And that's not all. Carjackings are down 83%. Robberies are down 46%.
Whoa.
Car thefts down 21%. And overall violent crime is down 22%.
When you have these kind of numbers going down, it basically says this is a success, and that means people feel safer.
Like many big cities, Washington's police department is critically short-staffed.
People who don't feel safe aren't free.
Sergeant Betsy Smith with the National Police Association says it is ripe for federal help.
More police generally equals less crime.
Yeah, that is true. No, I was told that more police means more racism. Again, the whole DC thing is a reaction. I know it's like not necessarily good. It's not a good thing to have, the military walking your streets. That's not a sign of health. It's not a sign of a healthy country. But this is a reaction to Democrats just allowing crime to skyrocket. Yeah, the crime statistics go down because nobody's getting locked up anymore. I talk to cops all the time, and the cops that I talk to tell me this, that a lot of the guys that they go after, they eventually just get let go. Or they can't go after it because they don't have enough police on staff to actually make a difference and go after these things. So they just do lower crimes because it's easier. Good thing there wasn't a crime problem, exactly. They live in a fantasy world so dense, even Tolkien would say, tone it down. Yeah, true. National Guard in all blue cities. That's kind of my thought right now, is that, yeah, people are celebrating DC crime going down, but there's a lot of us that live in other big cities in America that doesn't have anything to do with, Fox News headquarters or politicians' lives. Some of us have other lives, and some of us would like our city's crime to go down as well. I would love to be able to walk out in my city and not have to worry about crime. I would love for me to walk down the street and not have to worry that some guy on fentanyl is going to stab me because he is tripping balls on the side of the street. I would love for that to be a thing. I know everyone gets excited when DC cleans up or New York City cleans up, but some of us live in these other cities. Are we just screwed? But the craziest thing too was watching Pete Hegseth and JD Vance getting heckled at the Union Station as they walk through Union Station by, of course, paid protesters or protesters who aren't paid, but they're probably paid, and because it's like, do these people have jobs?
We have a few reporters here. So, look, guys, what we want to do here was a couple things. First of all, we want to come and say thank you to the National Guard's folks, to the cops, for actually keeping this place safe. If you look at what's happened in Washington, D.C. in just the past 9 days, we've seen a 35% reduction in violent crime. We've seen over a 50% reduction in...
Dude, this boom mic dude, whoever this boom mic guy is, get him fired. Get him fired.
Because these guys are busting their ass. So I'm going to come...
Just watch this boom mic. I thought he was about to hit JD Vance in the face. What's up, Atom?
Here, highlight what they're doing, say thank you in person, obviously pass out a few burgers, but most of all, just send a message to the American people. Look, we don't have to live like this. We do not. We've seen a 35% reduction in violent crime. We've seen over a 50% reduction in robberies. We are seeing really substantial effects.
So there was protesters that went on as they were doing this little press conference tour talking about the crime has gone down. But again, what about, Chicago? What about Baltimore? What about Atlanta? What about North Charleston, South Carolina? What about Denver? What about Portland? What about LA? What about these sorts of places? I don't know. They're living proof that ignorance can be a full-time job and a highly paid dude, 100%. Do you ever marvel at the idea of how many people just love the ignorance, like ignorance is bliss? Or do you ever marvel at the idea how many people just enjoy talking points and they just live off of talking points? They don't actually live off of real life experiences or have a real job like the rest of us that do. They just live off these talking points and they make a whole career off of grifting off of these talking points where they don't have to be held accountable by anything that they say. They just say these things like, crime is all-time low. Crime's at all-time low. I'm like, really? It's really nice to say that when you live in your gated community, isn't it? It's really nice to say that when you live in your gated community. Well, I've done so well in my life, I deserve to live this sort of way. It's like these politicians that talk about like that you shouldn't be allowed to have a firearm in your house, and then they walk around with private security. You're like, okay, that must be nice. That must be nice. Their confidence is impressive for someone whose IQ peaked in kindergarten. Exactly. Exactly. But how do actually DC residents feel about the crime going down? Because that's always the most important person to find out. And I can't think of a better news source than Lindell TV. We're talking good pillows, and we're talking TV.
Here in the heart of Washington, D.C., I'm hitting the streets to talk directly to the people who actually live here. The ones who deal with the city's crime and chaos every single day. Do you feel like President Trump's initiative to send in more police could be helpful for D.C. residents that don't live in safe areas?
Yes, I do. And I'm very appreciative of what Trump is doing. And I think everything that he's doing is helping D.C. as well as America.
Wait, you don't feel like the racism, you're not being locked up because of the color of your skin or something?
At this point in my life, I think I'd rather move to another state.
How come?
Well, I've been shot 4 times.
Jeez. Oh my God. What? I was not expecting that to come out of his mouth. At this point in my life, I think about moving to a different state. Well, I've been shot 4 times. Come on, Spike Lee. Oh, man. Shot 4 times? Dang, that sucks. Dude, I think if it takes me to be shot 1 time before I move, just 1 time, getting shot 1 time would be enough for me to get out of there. 4 times? Fool me once, fool me twice, fool me 3 times. Okay, but 4 times, maybe I'll think about moving. That's when I start thinking about it. Once I get hit 4 times, that's when I start thinking about moving out of the neighborhood.
Another state.
How come?
Well, I've been shot 4 times. Attacked so many times. I'm tired of it.
You were shot 4 times?
Shot 4 times in my life, yeah.
So it was 4 separate times?
Since I moved to D.C.
Since you moved to D.C., you were shot 4 times?
Yeah.
Residents expressed frustration with wealthy liberals, progressive protesters, and Democrat politicians that continue to say that Washington, D.C. is safe.
They don't have to deal with the crime in the other areas. They have better stores, better protection, police protection. This area right here, around here by Heckled Mall, I wouldn't want my grandchildren to walk around here. They live in this area, not far.
So what's your message to President Trump if he sees this?
I love you and keep up the good work and thank you for all of what you're doing. God bless you.
I just want to...
Dude, I'm like... The crime is so bad that we're all begging for the police state to come in and just save our day. It's almost like they created this problem. Isn't it funny that people who want socialism often contribute very less to society in the first place? 100%. It's the people that want socialism, just ask them how much they donate per their paycheck to good causes or foundations or people in need. It's always that.
Police to do what they can for our country, for our city of D.C. So none of us young people don't have to live out the rest of our lives robbing and killing or God knows what, or end up in jail, dead, or drunk, or becoming a drunk at the liquor store or loitering.
The youth in D.C. need more governing. They need more policing, more programs. Put programs back in place.
Y'all keep talking about the youth. Where they going at? They don't got no rec centers. They don't got no playgrounds. They don't got nothing. They only got...
I love this, this little idea. I don't know if you do as well, of kids, if they don't have playgrounds, like the kids that are shooting kids. Okay, these kids are 18, 17 years old. At 18, you don't play in the playground anymore. At 18 years old, you caught me at a playground, I feel like that's you can get locked up for that kind of thing, you know? This idea that if we just have more playgrounds or programs, kids will be like, you know what? I really got into the life of crime, but now with these programs, it's changed my life around. As if like you have no ability to have creativity to have fun outside of crime. These kids have no ability to think for themselves. When I was 18, I was skateboarding every single day. I was skateboarding until I would almost like, I was skating, dude. I was skating until like I was dead on the streets. I was just exhausted from skating all day. And then I would go home exhausted. These kids just have no capacity. No, it's a culture thing. It's a culture. It's encouraged. They're bored. And then they don't get in trouble for the crimes that they commit. So why would they stop? There's no reason to stop. And a lot of these kids, what a lot of people don't know, especially the older generations don't know, that a lot of these kids film this stuff and then they put it on like social media. Like there's a famous guy, I think his name's License or something like that. There's a famous guy that like runs from the cops and he puts it all over social media. And people are like, oh, that's sick. What? It's a culture problem. Never forget Democrats cheered for rioters for 8 months before they were outraged from January 6th. Of course. Of course.
Boxing teams no more. Or football teams.
Boxing is the answer. I used to be a boxer. I was a 2-time Golden Gloves champion.
Whoa. I was a 2-time Golden Gloves champion. Do you see the way he looked at her too?
So I used to be a boxer. I was a 2-time Golden Gloves champion.
Oh. You're looking crazy, girl. You just found love at first sight.
They don't have a boxing gym here? Are you kidding me?
No, I'm saying they got them, but it's not like it was when we was coming up.
Wait, when they had mentors?
Yeah, they don't have nothing out here for use, period.
I did recently hear about...
I didn't have mentors either. I just knew that if I shot somebody or committed a crime, it was not a good thing. And so I didn't do that. It was, morality or whatever.
About the woman being thrown in the trash can down the street, like a few months ago, and that was...
Kamala has dropped more boxers than Mike Tyson.
It's very concerning.
Rachel Maddow is basically a televangelist, always preaching about it when no one's listening.
Especially because her age, she was a little bit older.
I got God. I got Jesus. He's my protector.
Do you think women are safe, single women?
Yes, if they have Jesus, that's all they need. Jesus is the way.
Well, get a lot of people off the streets, yeah, that'd be a good idea. There's a homeless problem, yeah.
We have to be protected.
Is this a nice time to time warp? Yeah, it is. Yeah, be sure to time warp right now. But again, here is some of the protesters who are not excited about the military police takeover of D.C. And of course, it's funny that now that there is police, these people actually probably feel safe to even protest on some of these streets they haven't been to in their whole life. I feel like a lot of these protesters have never been to a lot of this inner city workings or any inner city environment until police take over and create a safe space for them to be able to protest in. Just saying.
How's it going, everyone? The anti-Trump protesters are currently making their way past the...
Can we just focus on this guy's hands for a second? These hands are absolutely fabulous.
How's it going, everyone? The anti-Trump protesters are currently making their way past the Eisenhower Executive Building, which is basically the entrance to the White House. We have a lot of great footage of all the signs, so stay tuned to Laura Loomer's X account for more. And of course, we're going to keep following the clown show as it continues, as the left is enraged over, I guess, public safety, Ukraine, and, Ukraine.
That's way too much hand gestures. The same people that are protesting are fully out, and I suspect... My question is, for how long does this last for? How long is it going to last for with Donald Trump taking over D.C. like this? Forever? Is it going to be forever? Are we going to different cities? Is it going to be something? Is it going to be a different city other than New York and D.C.? Some of us don't live in those cities. So it's like, yeah, good for them. But some of us live in dangerous cities and we would like it too. Maybe for a little bit. Just clean up the streets. I'm going to call in the National Guard to come down and clean up the streets. She has beautiful nails. Are you talking about this, dude? He has beautiful nails.
Making their way past the Eisenhower Executive Building, which is basically the entrance to the White House. We have a lot of great footage of all the signs, so stay tuned to Laura Loomer's X account for more. And of course, we're going to keep following
the... Misspelled Dictator. Wait, are you saying I did? That is a probability of that. Did I misspell it? Oh no.
That they have people that love them.
Oh. Really sad news though. Sad news for me to talk about tonight. My brother, who came out as trans and has replaced his name tag with it just recently got fired from them's job.
Emotional damage.
Climbing up El Capitan and putting a trans flag on El Capitan. Apparently you're not allowed to put up crap in the middle of beautiful nature and keep your job because, you know, your whole job is to make the land stay beautiful. But if you can't do that, then you should also be fired, even if it's your political statement and you're just trying to make a point.
Some carry hate. We carry the largest trans pride flag to ever be flown in a national park and unfurled it on the side of El Cap to prove a point that trans is natural. The Trump administration.
Okay. I think even trans people can agree that it's not natural. Come on. What's natural about it? Come on. Your synthetic drugs. Come on, dude. Come on. At least say it's not that's like the worst point ever. It's natural. That being said, if it was an American flag, I'd be fine with it.
Furled it on the side of El Cap to prove a point that trans is natural. The Trump administration and transphobes would love to have you believe that being trans is unnatural.
Yeah. We would love for you to believe that. Totally natural, including those eyebrows.
And transphobes would love to have you believe that being
cutting off your thing is totally natural. Exactly.
Trans is unnatural, but species that can transition sexes can be found on every continent.
I love when people just say this stuff. I love liberals so much. They just say things. If you look at all the species and you look at all like the tribes in America, they were already doing these sorts of things. Really? Who said that? This one historian that no one acknowledges as a good historian to listen to, that does a lot of revisionist history. That sort of historian. Okay. Yeah, it's totally natural. That's why it's such a big deal to pump 13-year-olds full of like these hormone blockers just to see what happens. With pharma companies going, please God, let these kids get on as many hormone blockers as possible so we can have these little cash cows the rest of our life. Yeah, it's totally natural. No, it's not. It's not, okay? It's not. You know, you do you, boo. You do you, boo. But let's not try to say it's natural. You know what? Don't. You know what? You do you, boo.
Would love to have you believe that being trans is unnatural, but species that can transition sexes can be found on every continent and in every ocean on planet Earth.
Okay, so if fish are doing it, we should be able to do it. That's your freaking argument? If the animals are doing it, we should do it? So if a monkey eats its own poop, you should do it too? What are you, a poop phobe? Shut up. Come on, dude. Come on. This is your messaging? This is your logical thought process? If animals do it, I should be able to do it? No, that is not a marker. That is not a marker to follow. Tim Waltz is proof that hormone blockers work. Yeah, exactly. Are they trying to normalize this crap? Oh, 100%. Every single day. Every single day. It's a constant fight. That's why they're climbing El Capitan to put it up on the top.
That trans is natural.
You should keep going.
Trump administration.
Gavin Newsom is a certified bridesmaid.
And transphobes would love to have you believe that being trans is unnatural, but species that can transition sexes can be found on every continent and in every ocean on planet Earth. So call it a protest, call it a celebration. We are bringing elevation to liberation.
I love when people start rhyming. God, that gets me so jacked up. God, that gets me jacked. Call it elevation, call it liberation, call it exaggeration. If the animals are doing it, so can you. What? Know what I call it? You losing your job over a political stunt. Jeez. Is that a ginger transformer? Yes. We don't claim him though. I think he's an unnatural ginger. That looks like fake ginger hair. Okay, that looks like dyed ginger mustache and dyed ginger hair. That does not look like real red. This is like pink red. Not one of us. Not one of us.
On planet Earth. So call it a protest, call it a celebration. We are bringing elevation to liberation. They try to erase us from government websites and education systems and libraries. So we raise this flag higher than ever before so every trans person knows that they have people that love them in their corner. The people united will never be defeated.
It's official. God, I love these little statements. It's like the NFL putting like it's been along for a long time in soccer too. If you look at soccer, there's always like these on the field that says end racism. And now the NFL has taken that on, the end racism at the end of each sideline or the end of each touchdown where it says end racism. It's like, that doesn't make it, nothing changes. You're just doing a little political point. You guys see this? There's a trans flag. Yeah. Yeah. Even trans people can climb, okay? In my America, there should be a trans flag at every national monument. Because it shows people are welcome or something. And if you don't identify as trans, get off my mountain, if you know what I mean. It's not even a trans person, it's a dude with longer hair and makeup. Yeah, what is the definition of a trans person? Is it just I just feel like you don't have to look a certain way, you don't have to act a certain way, you just say you're trans. It's incredible. And people are like, trans. That's a trans. That's a trans. I'm a trans. You're a trans. She's a trans. He's a trans. They, them's a trans. And if you say anything negative or question me, you're a bigot. This is America. Sorry you lost your job because you made your job become about yourself and stop becoming about your job. You are equally and wonderfully made. I feel like you're gonna see like a Target manager take over the Target store and put trans flags everywhere and just expect to keep your job, dude. You are the company is not yours. I feel like all these people in these communities, especially on the left, they just feel like everything is theirs. It's like, look, it's ours. We can do whatever we want to it. We can keep our job and it doesn't even matter. Nothing matters anymore. You lost your job. Can't wait for his podcast. Can't wait for their podcast. Nobody with dysphoria would have facial hair like that. That is true. That is true. That is like a way too wide of a face. And the mustache is way too clean. That mustache looks fake. Doesn't that mustache look fake? Am I crazy? I've never seen a mustache like that thick and that perfectly trimmed. It's too perfect. It looks like something you buy on Amazon. It looks like one of my wigs that I buy on Amazon that I have. I think I have that wig. I think I have that wig. What is that, dude? Oh, Derek, you're trans. You have wigs. Oh, is that what it is? Let me see some of your chats. When does trans become drag? That's a great question too. What's the definition of a drag queen? Is it somebody that's in drag or something that's dancing? All you have to be is trans, and then you just start singing and dancing, and all of a sudden you're a drag queen. I think that's when it goes on. If you're trans and you can sing, you're automatically a queen. Oh crap! I can do both. I'm starting to notice some things about myself. Some people are noticing things online, and some people are noticing things about Israel. I'm starting to notice some things about my own self. Derek wears a weave. I know. I can weave, I can dance, I can sing. Oh my God, I'm It's a gay cowboy mustache? Is that what I'm supposed to type in to buy one? Where can I find a gay cowboy mustache? Is that a thing? Gay cowboy mustache. If that's a thing, I'm gonna assume you have one, Willie. Amazon. I bet Amazon sells them. Cowboy mustache. It does look like he just bought one of these mustaches. Yeah, just go on to Amazon, type in gay cowboy mustache, and the first thing that pops up looks like a mustache like that. It's a toupee. Are you saying I wear toupees? Yeah, exactly.
Emotional damage.
Just remember, if you ever see me in public, look for a fully bald guy. That's me. That's me. I'm like Tim Pool. I wear this hat because I want to conceal my identity. No eyelash thickness. Yeah, what's up with that eyelashes? Those eyelashes look crazy. These transformers are taking our jobs. No, this transformer just lost theirs. And that's not a transformer, you freaking transphobe. I'm sick of it. They're not Transformers. God, it's not the Decepticons. They're not trying to decept you. Jeez. The mustache looks like a toupee? Oh, okay, that's true. I can see that. It's like a cut off of a toupee. It's way too clean. That being said, in the right mood and the right lighting. There's and if no one already knew, the Bud Lights is indeed now to refer to as tranny fluid. Oh my God, tranny fluid, classic joke. All right, guys, I'm gonna go to this brewery festival. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remind yourself that Gavin Newsom is going to be the Democrat nominee. Him and Jasmine Crockett, and what a joke that pair is going to be. Part of me wants to watch this new Gavin Newsom podcast that just dropped because it looks absolutely cringe and horrible. But part of me is like, why would I waste my life with that? You know, and that's part of politics in itself. You know, there comes a point in politics where you're like, I hope you enjoy this podcast because we have fun here. But there becomes a point where it's like, it's too much. It's too much. And so I try to balance it with you guys. I get serious on some serious issues, and I try to have fun on a lot of issues because sometimes it's just too much you feel like you're in a water hose is being shoved down your throat. Yeah, cheers, guys. Yeah, I'm going to go get a brewery. I'm going to a brew fest. Hopefully they have some good lagers. It's really hot outside, and I don't want an IPA. It's too much. I want a nice lager. I want to enjoy the night. Gonna ride some rides. There's some rides at it as well, and some chicken and brewskis. Tomorrow morning we'll have a live show in the morning. Come check it out. It's gonna be a great time. It's gonna be a killer time. Just reining in the 50s. Turning 50 this year. Hey, yeah, Ryan, you take care. Remember to order extra head on your beer. Yeah, we'll do. Jessica.
Willie's Desert Hangout super chatted $5. Have one beer on me.
Hey, thank you so much, Willie, for the $5 super chat, my friend. Really appreciate it. I will use that $5 to buy a beer. I appreciate you. Maybe I'll take a picture of it while I'm at the thing and put it on the community post. Be sure to look out for those community posts. I try to post on there. And if you guys haven't dropped a like on this video, do so already. I would greatly appreciate it. Where's Trump? Trump AI coming. All rights preserved, state law. Yeah, exactly. Happy birthday. Hey, thanks so much, Experimental. Thanks so much. I'm getting old. Getting old, folks. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Just stay old the rest of your life and be a wise old man like me. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the morning. Is AI coming? I gotta go. Shoot. Willie, I'm so sorry. I got to go.